Hi everybody, this is the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage making another video for you guys, and it is in this cabinet table series of mine. I'm going to be doing a follow-up on that walnut white rotary cabinet that you guys saw me do some filling in for some of the more worn areas of the lacquer finish on that table. And today I'm going to try my little technique out on a table that's even kind of rougher shape. It's actually in pretty nice shape in terms of the front and the sides, but the top, as is true with many sewing machine tables, they don't always get respect over time. I think the original owner probably took beautiful care of it, but as I mentioned to you all before, subsequent owners are not always as respectful of these wonderful tables. So this, of course, as I mentioned to you guys in the last video on this topic, this is shellac. Now this is a product by Zinsser. It's called Bullseye Shellac. It's one of the only shellacs that is commercially available today. Shellac, of course, is a very old finish type of finish. And of course I'm going to stir it. Shellac has an alcohol solvent base, and this is a sort of a softer version of I'm using the term lacquer loosely here, and this was typically used for hardwood floors. I prefer to stir this and not shake it, and this is true of any kind of varnish or sealer that you ever use, because you don't want to get bubbles in it. Bubbles in varnish can create strange looks that you're not going to like. Now this, of course, as I mentioned in the other video, is the clear version. Zinsser shellac comes in a clear version as well as an amber, and it's kind of a useful thing to have around. Actually, you want to. It doesn't store, indefinitely. You can keep it for a while, but I would not keep it for many years. It may or may not keep. Now, as I mentioned to you all with the table that white rotary is in, what you're looking at here, from above it actually doesn't look as bad. Here you can really see it on the angle that I have the camera, and that's the reason I wanted you all to see it from here. So the areas that are darker actually contain, they're very smooth, and they have a lot of the original lacquer finish that would have been tinted. I don't know if these tables were stained and then covered with a clear lacquer, or if the lacquers were tinted. I honestly don't know. In any case, what you're going to find is, of course, that the areas where it is worn is very exposed, and what I'm feeling is basically wood here. Now there may be some remnants of the original lacquer finish on this table, but as I think I mentioned last time, sanding sealer was traditionally used on a lot of woods before they were finished, and the reason for this was certain types of woods. I think pine is an example of one, although this is maple. Very often wood will have variations in how dense it is, and if you think of wood as a very dense sponge-like material, some parts of wood naturally are harder and they resist absorption of liquids, whereas other parts of the wood may be softer, and they will typically take more of whatever is applied to them, whether it's stain or varnish or what have you. And in woodworking, people often did not want that. They wanted something even. If they saw any pattern, they wanted to see it in the grain and not in the absorption. So this is what you're basically seeing here. In fact, a couple of the areas here that are dark may be sewing machine oil may have gotten on them. So I'm going to do what I did with the rotary table, and you guys will be seeing the rotary table again. I'm going to show it once more at least. Have someone coming to look at it. We'll see if they bond with the machine and decide that they want it. But in the meantime, it is still here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply start on one end, and I'll probably start over here where the table has some of its lacquer. I'm not going to coat the whole top of the table here. That's really not my mission. What is my mission? My mission is to start in some of the areas that have more lacquer and simply come across and fill in some of this bare wood area. Now again, this is not a stain that you're seeing. You may think, well gosh, why is the wood darkening? A lot of times when, when wood is stained or varnished, you can still see the wood grain, but the reason it looks darker is because as the sealer, or the shellac in this case, is sealing the pores of the wood, it changes the way light hits the wood. In other words, when the light is reflecting on a surface, it gives a certain color appearance. And for this table, any of the areas that had the bare wood or the exposed wood were appearing lighter. And so here again, you can see I'm just coming across. Now I want to emphasize, as I did last time I believe, the purpose of this exercise is not to revarnish or refinish this table. And I know that sounds like an odd thing to say, because shellac, by its nature, is a relatively soft finish, just like lacquer is, and shellac is no different. Now, if you were going to finish a piece of furniture with shellac, you would of course apply a coat, let it dry, you do some sanding, clean it, and then you would add more coats in order to build up a very durable finish. But that's not the purpose of this. So when I finish this, this tabletop and a few spots underneath it are going to get just one coat. I don't want more. Why? Well, if I seal in the pores of the wood too much, then my concern is that the Restore finish will not do its thing. That magic that the Restore finish does, that you guys have seen on the old Singer mahogany table. So this is a theory I have of trying to use, I'm using shellac as a sanding sealer, and the purpose of this is to simply seal in the pores. I'm not going to sand it. I know that sounds silly. Why are you using it as a sanding sealer? I'm trying to even the level of porosity, if that makes any sense at all, of this tabletop, so that when I come back with the Restore finish, I hope to get more of an even color. There will be, of course, I want it to bring out the grain, but I want to even out some of this so that we don't get too much of, I don't really want extremes in the way the color gets highlighted when the Restore finish comes in, if that helps clarify what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to bring the top over, and I can't rest it on its little arm there because it's wet. So, okay guys, one of the things I could do is I could simply let the top dry. Shellac is pretty quick drying. Tomorrow it would be, even in an hour, it should be tacky and barely touchable. Tomorrow it would be completely cured, I believe. But I've simply turned this over and I'm leaning the very edge of the top against sliding glass door, not letting it touch its little support arm underneath. And I'm simply going to come here, and I don't have as much lacquer or finish loss on this side as I did on the top, and it's not surprising. So I'm just going to come here, and again I'm just feathering in with the shellac. The shellac does have some alcohol in it. It's alcohol based, so it is going to be softening the old finish, but again, it should hopefully give me a little bit more consistency in how my new reworked finish is going to look when I complete my efforts with the Restore finish product. But that's going to come later after this is dried, and we'll see how it turns out. Now, let's see. We'll put a little there. Don't really see any more loss that really is deserving of any touching with the, oh, here we got a little bit here. Now this angle is not severe. You definitely don't want any kind of finish, shellac or otherwise, to drip, but I'm really not putting this on. This is a very thin coat. Again, as soon as it hits the wood, you don't have much working time, because shellac, again, that alcohol it's a very high VOC product, and it's going to begin to cure just as soon as it gets laid out. So let's see, we're going to see how this turns out. And like I say, any of the little tiny little scuffs here I'm not worried about. I don't want to overdo this because those should buff out or rub out with the Restore Finish product. But here I'm basically going and filling in any of these places that are extra porous. And I want to create a nice, relatively consistent surface for the Restore Finish product. I mean, it's not going to be perfectly consistent. I don't think that's possible, but anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys to see. Not necessarily me bumping into the camera, but again, this is a process that I'm using, and this is an experiment because I've used Restore Finish before, but I've had experiences in the past where as long as the table did not have a lot of finish loss, the Restore Finish is wonderful, and you don't really need anything else. But in situations where you've got some serious finish loss on the wood, it's really helpful to take something to fill in. And this is the only product I've found that I think is going to be close to the original finish without disturbing it. So I'm not getting any bubbling or any strange reactions. If you guys try this, remember, always experiment first. You can take something like this, and obviously you want to do it in a well-ventilated area. This has a high level of fumes, but you definitely want to try it in a place like behind the leg or something, and make sure there's no reaction, because you can never know, over the years, did they change the formula for the lacquer? Was it a varnish? Who knows what it was? But so far, this has worked on the rotary table, and don't see any major issues or problems yet. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to let this dry, and I'll be coming back with the Restore Finish to bring this table and bring it back, spruce it up. And so anyway, if you guys want to, come back and take a look at the follow-up video, and we'll see how it turns out. I have done this before without sealing the wood, and I was less than completely pleased with the results, because Restore Finish, again, or any product really, any product that has color in it, is going to darken those overly exposed areas. So that's the purpose of this. Anyway, if you have a table that you've been trying to restore, feel free to share your own story there in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned when I come back, and we'll see if the Restore Finish gives us a more even color now that we've sealed in some of these bare wood areas, or sort of bare wood areas, with the shellac product. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.